Hi, thanks for coming. My name's Scott Marchand. I'm the Executive Director here at the Pima Air Space Museum. The Pima Air Space Museum is one of the most unique aerospace collections in the world. We have nearly 450 aircraft on display here from all eras, all nations, and all types. Today, we're going to be focusing a little bit on one of our recently developing collections in the museum here, and that's namely our commercial airliner collection. We've always had representations of certain types of airliners, vintage types like the Lockheed Constellation, but behind me here is one of our more recent acquisitions, and probably one of our more important airliners of the collection. It's a Boeing 777-200. And what's remarkable about this particular airplane is this is the prototype Boeing 777 and also the very first 777 to go into commercial service. This airplane came off the production line in April of 1994. Its first flight was June 12th, 1994, and it entered into commercial service shortly after that with United Airlines. It was subsequently sold to Cathay Pacific, who very generously donated it to us in a partnership with the Boeing company in September of 2018. It flew into Davis-Monthan Air Force Base, and we brought it across the road here and placed it on display early in the new year, January 2019. This airplane is a groundbreaking design. It is the first commercial airliner to be fully developed with computer-assisted design tools way back in 1994. Something that is very commonplace for us now, but was revolutionary at the time. The airplane was in continuous service for 24 years before it retired, and with Cathay Pacific alone, it flew 20,159 commercial flights and just a little bit under 50,000 hours of operational flight time. So some other interesting points about the 777 is, to date, it is one of the most successful commercial airliners ever developed and sold. It's in service around the world with hundreds of airlines. It's flying daily. Probably at no point in the last 28 years has there been, other than the 9/11 stand down, where there hasn't been a 777 in the skies somewhere. So this particular 777 is one of the first generation, called the 200 series. Since 1994, the 777 family has continued to develop and evolve. A 300 series was introduced, a 200 series long range was introduced, a 300 long range, 777-9s are in service now. There's an extra long range version being developed. There's an EX version. The 777 will be with us for decades to come and continue to incorporate aerospace technology and comfort innovations into its airframe. So, for example, the 777-9 series is one of the largest twin-engine commercial passenger-carrying aircraft to be in service. It can carry up to 426 passengers in its airframe. Now, a notable difference between the 200 series and the 300s and current generations is they are much longer and much bigger. The original design you see here behind us was really calculated with the U.S. market in mind. So the aircraft itself is smaller than many you will see at airports now, or even perhaps have flown on. So the 300 and long-range versions are much, much longer. In fact, until the Airbus A340 came into service, the 777 long-range was the longest aircraft in commercial service at just about 243 feet in length. The height and the wingspan of the aircraft have all remained basically the same. It's got about a 200-foot wingspan and is about 30-odd feet wide and a tail height of around 50 feet. But the length is where they've been able to innovate and stretch the airplane so you can get more passengers and more cargo in some circumstances too. So in 1997, 777s, like this one behind us, set a pair of notable records. One of them was the longest continuous Great Circle route. It was 12,435 miles in a single flight. So, also in 1997, another 777 identical to this one set a world speed record for around the world eastbound, averaging a speed of 553 miles per hour, which is really not much slower than the speed of sound. So when our 777 was sold from United Airlines to Cathay Pacific, the Cathay Pacific fleet flies exclusively on Rolls-Royce engines. The 777 up to that point was flying on Pratt & Whitney engines. So in order to enter service with the Cathay Pacific operational fleet, that required this airplane to be completely re-engined to carry Rolls-Royce engines. That involved extensive reworking in the wing and the adoption of brand new pylons and Rolls-Royce engines. That was also a first for this airplane. We're very grateful to Cathay Pacific for their generosity, and we're really privileged to be able to preserve this historic aircraft for generations to come.